A trade rumor as old as time and almost as old as Kirk Cousins to the Niners is Dalvin Cook to the Dolphins. It just makes all the sense in the world. He's from Miami. He can finish out his career in front of his home fans and friends and family. He's going home to the place where he belongs, all that stuff. And the Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, Kyle Shanahan disciple, a lot of outside zone in the Dolphins offense. That's something that Dalvin Cook has excelled at for years here with the Vikings, going back to Florida State. So it all makes sense. And now there might be a little bit of steam. Little bit of steam there. This write-up is from Heavy. The Vikings have been non-committal about blah, blah, blah. A week before opening free agency, Darren Wolfson reported that the Vikings received a trade offer for Cook. So that was established. And then last week, the Miami Herald's Barry Jackson, Barry 50-50 with Cristobal, supported Wolfson's report, confirming that the Miami Dolphins made an inquiry about the four-time Pro Bowl running back in a March 30th article. So, they're inquired. And now, this inquiry, it was said it was relatively recently, so it was after they re-signed everyone, because that was the thinking, where they re-signed Raheem Mostert, they re-signed Jeff Wilson. My name Jeff. They brought back Myles Gaskin. So they're thinking, okay, well, they brought back everyone in the running back room, so they're obviously happy with them. So Dalvin's out of the picture. But they weren't big money contracts. And I mean, Dalvin obviously would still be running back one in this room, but of course it would go deep, and that's something that's important when you do have Dalvin Cook on the roster. And the Vikings and Dalvin, like they allude to, the Vikings have been non-committal. Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell at the combine, at the owners' meetings, they could have just been like, Dalvin's our guy, he's going to be in purple in 2023. They haven't done that. They haven't. And then they went out and re-signed Alexander Mattison to a 2-year, $7 million deal. That's a decent chunk of coin. As well as, reportedly, the Vikings had inquired about former Cricket Chicago Bears running back David Montgomery before he signed a 3-year, $18 million deal with the Lions. So that is pretty noteworthy. Also noteworthy is Monday, Dalvin is getting his surgery on his shoulder checked out here in the great state of Minnesota. So team doctors taking a look at the surgery, seeing if he could pass a physical. That's a major hurdle because you can't trade a player if they can't pass a physical. And of course the Dolphins aren't going to trade for Dalvin if he can't pass a physical either. So that could be the domino that's left to fall. And the Vikings would free up around $8 million in cap space if they traded Dalvin, because remember, even $2 million of his 10.4 is already guaranteed. That will be paid out by the Dolphins because cap hits incur when the money is paid. Since it's only his base salary, that would incur down the line when he's on the Dolphins during the regular season. So the Vikings save around $8 million in cap space. And the Vikings, having Madison as your RB1, Kincaid and Ty Chandler contributing as well. Plus, the Vikings have done a lot of diligence on running backs in this draft. So I think everything adds up that even though the Vikings are recommitting to the run, I mean, Dalvin, he is going to be 28. He is coming off of surgery. He is coming off of 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, but he did have his lowest yards per carry last year, even though the running game was a bit of a mess. And again, it's better to get rid of a player a year too early versus a year too late. And it's okay if you don't have a player's last good year. Like, honestly, if the Vikings trade Dalvin to the Dolphins and say get a third-round pick, I would be over the moon for that. Get a third-round pick, and as well as get his contract off the books, free up some cap space, and yeah, maybe he'll have a great year down in Miami. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. The Vikings moved on. I don't want a player to just be taking up a roster spot because of their name or because of their contract. I don't want that to happen. And with running backs, I mean, it sucks. I mean, the shelf life for running backs is extremely short, and Dalvin has done amazing work here for the Minnesota Vikings for a number of years, but this could be a win-win where I'm sure that he would love to play down in Miami back home. I'm sure that he would love warm weather and great state income tax. I'm sure that he would love just being back with the Dolphins. Oh, also he plays brother twice a year, which would be hilarious. So I feel like this is going to happen. I feel like there's a very small chance that Dalvin is back in a Vikings uniform next year. I think that Kwesi's just biding his time. I think Kwesi's just waiting for the right opportunity. I think Kwesi's not just trading him just to trade him. I think that he's going to get maximum value, and I respect that. But I don't think that he's back as a Viking next season. But your thoughts are thoughts. Dalvin to the Dolphins. Dolphins reportedly inquired. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.